back. Episode 21.
Yes,
21.
Sir.
Yeah, we are on it.
What's
we
up?
are on it. Consistency. We're starting 2023 with consistency. Thank you.
Absolutely.
So yeah, it's John, of course.
It's Matt.
Muscle Mitch.
Muscle Mitch. I'll have to break,
Yo, by
break
the way,
ice with that.
you know, when I watch your reels, I'm like, don't take your shirt off anymore. I'm like, you're making me feel.
You're
You're
making
making
my shirt off in my reels in a while.
I'm just like, you're making me feel bad, man.
John, I have a gym that I'm currently sitting in.
I
were
know.
here this morning.
I was. No, you're right. I know. I'm just kidding. It's just funny. I'm just like, dang. I remember, I was young once. That's what I tell myself. Because how old are you?
31.
Yeah, 31. I started Orange Theory, and I was like really getting in shape.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
But anyways,
You still
today
look good, John.
I'm a dad.
Yeah.
Now I feel like I'm a dad.
Just don't get that dad vibe, bro. We had an episode about this.
We did. Anyways, we're gonna Chris, we can keep talking about that. I have a lot of thoughts about.
We'll go back to that.
Dad bods.
We got a guest today.
We do have a guest, another guest today, this week. Another former Juice Box employee.
Yep. The homie.
She's a homie. You're gonna have to correct me. This squirrel.
Yeah.
Squirrel people. Squirrel. I don't know what you call them. But anyway, she's gonna explain all of that stuff.
Yeah.
Cail, what's up?
Hey, squirrel girl.
Squirrel girl. Squirrel something.
Squirrel fam.
Squirrel fam. All the squirrels.
All the squirrels.
Yeah. So Cail worked with us at the Juice Box. We didn't work at the same studio, but at least me and you didn't work together.
At one point, I was kind of like adjacent to her studio, so I remember I would always ask for advice when it came to like head coaching and stuff, and I just remember getting nothing but not just good, like great energy from Cail. I was like, I freaking love being at that studio.
Aw.
Even being stuck in my studio, you can hear me, right?
No, you're good. Yeah.
Being stuck in my studio, I was like, damn, I wish I was a part of that studio. So, I kind of always had that. I just felt that energy from you, and I always respected you for it. So, yeah.
So Cail.
Thank you.
100%.
Make me blush.
Yeah. Where can we find you at on social media?
Okay, so my Instagram is Pump and Crunch. Okay. Pump like the fitness and crunch like the food.
Right.
Get it? Pump and Crunch.
And is that your business name too as well?
Business name. I deleted my personal a while back because the business is the personal. The personal is the biz.
Makes 100%
we live the biz.
sense.
Yeah. So Pump and Crunch, that's me.
That's what's up.
That's awesome.
And speaking of reels, homegirl be making me feel bad with my little food. I be putting my little presentation together, and I look on Instagram, and she done threw a whole little soiree of things together, and I'm like, I don't even want to eat no more now.
We all have our areas where we thrive. I thrive in the kitchen. Get me in the kitchen. I love it.
That's awesome. So where are you from?
Lafayette, Louisiana.
Lafayette.
That's
Moved
the
here.
accent that I hear.
Yeah, I got a little twang. I lived in Arkansas for a while, though. I graduated from University of Arkansas, Razorbacks. I don't know if y'all knew that.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I graduated college from there.
In what?
In exercise science.
Really?
Yeah. So that's kind of, let's go.
Exercise scientist right here.
That's what started the fitness. And then I moved here 4 years ago, a little over 4 years ago. And I love it. I'll be here a while, for sure.
Yeah, Houston's a great city.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
H-town, very diverse.
Big compared to Lafayette.
Just a little bit bigger.
Just a little, just a hair.
Just a hair.
Whole nother world.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So, from Lafayette, what brought you to Houston?
So I started fitness, started teaching literally just at a Pilates studio. And that evolved to teaching spin, and teaching spin evolved to eventually getting an Orange Theory. And then from that, I made a separate Instagram account for what I was eating, just because I love to cook. So everything was fitness, life was fitness, and then I started the Instagram account. And eventually it got to the point where I was growing, and I was like, Lafayette's so small. Okay, do I want to open up my own place here, or do I want to try moving somewhere else and see what happens?
Yeah.
And I took the chance. I jumped. I moved here. I was actually dating a guy who lived here. So I moved here with him. We stayed together a couple months after I moved here. That ended. peacefully. And I stayed, and like that's when I got an OTF here.
Oh, so
and-
he ended up moving.
Huh?
He ended up moving out of Houston.
No, he's still here.
Oh, he's still here too.
Somewhere.
Okay, somewhere in this big city.
Somewhere in the cloud.
The city's huge. But
Yeah.
yes, go ahead.
Yeah, but I don't know. I felt like in my gut, I'm big on gut feelings, that Lafayette just wasn't where I was meant to be. And I moved here, and like all the good things have happened.
Yeah.
And more keep happening.
It's
which is
great. It's
So it
crazy to say
sounded
that.
like when you got here, first like your initial, I guess, goal was to get into the like food and cooking industry, right?
Yeah.
And then, but you just kind of fell back into the fitness because that was like one of the first things that kind of was
That's how you make
presented.
money.
Boom, exactly.
You need money.
And then, but with that, it kind of helped
Exactly.
jumpstart you into going where you want.
100%. Oh, yeah. I moved here, and like my full intent was obviously I was going to, I applied, work at Orange Theory, got the job, of course, and was coaching here and there. But like I wanted to be a food blogger. I went to like conferences, but man, I need to learn from you. I can't take a good photo. I mean, I can take okay photos, but I was like, I don't know. I don't like to blog. That's just not me. So I dove into fitness big time. And I was still posting, my plate of eggs and potatoes every day and sharing that. So still staying consistent with that on the side, but like dove into fitness. And like I will forever be thankful for, what do you call it? Juice Box? Juice Box Houston for like my just community. Like I met all of you guys, all of my clients. Like it was the gateway.
That definitely helped a lot for me as well, like just in different avenues, because like people, and it's so funny like you say that, because like you get that first step and people are like, oh, you're really good at this, and it gives you that encouragement to like pursue that.
Totally.
Even if it's something a little bit not in fitness in a sense, but like it's like, oh well, I'll do this. And like for me, it's like I would take in photos for clients, like members that would be like, hey, can you take our family photos? And I'm like, yeah. And I'm like, okay. So then it's like you start to build a little bit more. But that's funny that you say that.
So when did you officially start cooking though? Like what age and like how? Like do you have a story of like somebody taught you? Did you teach yourself?
Great question. Love this question. I just grew up watching Food Network. And like get home from school, Food Network. My parents eventually were like, so are you gonna ever like cook us something? You sit and watch Paula Deen all day, like go do something. I'm like, nah, it's all right, I'm gonna just keep watching. But my dad's a really good cook. So learn from both of them. But yeah, I don't know, the meal prep aspect, which for those listening, I have a meal prep business. I'm sure we'll get to that. But that kind of happened just by people asking me to do it for them.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's how a lot of the areas of my business have developed, which you establish trust with a group of people, maybe a social media presence, maybe your juice box class, maybe you're training clients. You develop trust with them in one area. You evolve and they follow you. Yeah. Which is cool. So yeah, that's how it started.
That's what's up. I remember like seeing more of that type of content from your social media page like during COVID. I guess when everybody kind of like got cooped up, it like maybe you got more time on your hands to where you're like, man, I want to dive in now and really get serious. And I started seeing like you were just going at it, and I was like, good for her. You know what I mean? Really. So and now you're like just taking off. So I love to see it.
Consistency is the word. That is the name of the game. You want to start a side hustle, you want to start a business. It's not going to thrive at first. It's going to start small, but if you stay consistent with it and keep showing up every day, every single day, even if your post gets 3 likes on Instagram.
It's true.
Eventually, if you just keep showing up, it'll thrive.
Yeah. I agree with that.
It's the motto.
Yep. I love that.
It works.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, and I guess so. Let's see. What role has cooking, or in general, food, played in your life?
Oh my gosh, it is my life. I just love food. So I have always eaten healthy. I've always been active since I was a kid. My parents were like, you don't need to go run 3 miles around the neighborhood. You're 12 years old. Calm down. I've just always been into health. And with exercise comes healthy food. So There's so much more of an emphasis in the world these days on health, and I just feel this calling in my soul to show people how it's not hard.
Yeah.
It's not hard. Yes, I mean, people are looking for the easy way out, I guess, when it comes to getting fit, and it's not all about being fit. It's about your health of your soul, your life, everything.
Agreed.
And I just, like you guys, y'all show how to be healthy in a different way. You guys are in the fitness area. I just feel like food is what fuels you to do every single thing in your life. And a lot of people are so intimidated by it. Mm-hmm. And
Right.
it does not have to be intimidating. It does not have to be hard. It doesn't have to be expensive. It can be so good and so easy. And that's what my Instagram page shows, just all the good things that you can eat to feel your best and to thrive.
Right.
On a daily basis, if that makes sense.
No, 100% sense. Food is something that we all have in common. We have to eat at some point of the day,
Yeah.
right? Either once, twice, or whatnot. Now, it depends on frequency, how much, and, a couple of little, tidbits in there that, shape how people's relationship with food is, right? Like whether, you consume too much or whatever your goals currently are too, food plays some type of role, whether you're trying to get big, you're trying to get small, or you're just trying to maintain, you just need energy throughout the day. So definitely agree. I love your why. That's dope.
Thank you.
Let's see. So let's go back to your business though. So I know you're in a couple of stores. What stores? Like, say I'm like, I really want to just go try, something that you've made, or maybe I seen it on Instagram and I'm like, man, that looks amazing. I want to go try that. Where could we go? From an outsider looking in, or somebody for our viewers to be able to go taste something that you have.
Absolutely. So my business, we cook 1 day a week for now. We cook
Okay.
on Sundays. We have a website, pumpandcrunch.com. You can go to my Instagram at pumpandcrunch handle. You can place an order. We do a weekly rotating menus. So there's all different things that we cook every single week. And my goal with that is to just explore new flavors with all of my people. You don't have to eat the same thing every day. You're not going to eat the same thing every day. You're going to have something different and fun every week to teach you how easy it is to eat healthy.
I love that.
That's the line. So we cook every week, and you can either order our food through the website. It's available for pre-order all week. So we put the menu out. That's what a lot of my clients do. You go pre-order, we cook it on Sunday, you pick it up on Sunday. So you get it same day freshness. Or we sell our meals out of Nourish Juice Bar. Do you guys know where that is? There's two of them.
Yeah, I know what Nourish is.
There's one off Durham. So if you're in Houston, one off Durham, like by the Canes, don't go to the Canes. Go to Nourish.
Boom.
Go get a juice and a pump and crunch meal. And then their other location is off of Gray, West Gray.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty cool.
Cool.
But those shops are so awesome, and hopefully we'll have our stuff in other juice bars and locations soon. I want to pop fridges up all over the city.
Yeah.
Where I'll be able to get them. But
How'd you get that relationship with Nourish? Did you reach out to them? Did somebody from their team like, hey, look, we love what you're doing? Like, what happened?
referrals. Everything is about referrals, like we were talking about earlier. I try to spread myself in as many things as possible to meet and come into contact with as many people that I can. To develop relationships with people. And if you have a business or a side hustle you're trying to grow, get involved in everything, because one way or another, your name is going to spread, your brand's going to spread if you have something good, which I'm sure everybody does. And that's how I got it.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I'm 100% with that.
Yeah.
Because like, you have to, even if it's things that aren't gonna like in a sense of like try to make you money then, or like it's free, or it's like some like thing that you're doing for free. You never know what's going to come out of it.
Amen.
Right? So, like, I just recently, so the 49ers played this past weekend. And went to this, it's like a 49er watch party at this bar. And so I took my camera. So I'm like, I'm just going to put some pictures up. And they have a Facebook group. Like, it's like 49ers Facebook group, whatever. It's all crazy. But so I was like, you know what? I'm going to take some photos of these, just some people random. And it's just like, hey, can I take your photo? And they're like, yeah, cool. Took these photos. Sent the link to them, to the group, and they all are like, oh my goodness, like these are great. And somebody's like, hey, I'm looking for photos for this. Like, do you think? And I'm like,
There you go.
yeah, absolutely. But it was just me taking photos for free and just posting them, and they're like, oh, these are really good. Can you like,
Yep.
you know, I want to hire you for whatever it is, and it's just like, oh yeah, like, and
That's exactly. So I just started doing catering. Did I ever have a plan to do catering? No, I never
Yeah.
even thought about that. But somebody said, hey, Cail, I'm doing a brunch. Can you cook a
Yeah.
bunch of stuff, some cute little appetizers for a brunch? I'm like, sure. It's the power of social media. You share it on your social. Let everybody know what the feedback was. They loved it. It was great. And like, we have a catering business now.
Yeah.
It's so crazy how it works.
Yep. I think a lot of times people are they're afraid to like do certain things that they probably could do, right? But because the fear of failure, right?
Yeah.
Like, well, if I'm not great at it, or what if I
100%.
don't? Or maybe they have a certain expectation of where they think they need to be when they start it, when it's really like, no, just start doing
Just
it,
start. Do
Yeah.
something. Yeah.
right?
Even if it's not the thing, like you said, not the thing that you want to bring you the income right away, just start something. I have a person very close to me right now who quit their corporate job, and they're just struggling to find something else, and they're like, God, like, I need something. So they want to do pressure washing because they are very good at that, and like lawn maintenance, and like, just a handyman around the house. And he is so scared to start it. He's
Yeah.
like, but what if I fail? Like, well, if you fail, nobody's going to know that you failed except you. You don't have to go post on your social media, hey, I know I posted about this and it didn't work out. No. I've had many things that have failed, but nobody knows.
Right.
Yeah.
Nobody knows.
It's a
I
big
know.
step. It's
Yeah.
it's a
Explain
big step for
any-
You don't have to
someone.
explain it. You don't have to explain it.
You just keep doing it.
Just keep going.
Because the problem is, like, you don't try, and then later on, you're going to be like, I should have. Because
Yeah.
you never know where you could be in that. And I think that's everyone's, like, motto, especially for people that have, like, you can look back and be like, man, what if I didn't start this, right?
Right.
And let's say, like, your business booms, and you're, like, huge. You're like, yeah, I didn't want to start it. And I feel like a lot of businesses that are very successful, they have that person that started and was like,
Yep.
just got to go in for it.
Yeah.
And just give it all. Like, that's another thing, right? You can't just be like,
Right. If you're going to do it, do it.
do it. Yeah.
One of the biggest things before we got our gym, and you've heard this story before, is, like when the opportunity presented itself, I was like, nah, man, we need like a couple of months of, cushion to be able to promote and do all this other stuff. And my business partner was more so just like, dude, if we're going to do it, we got to do it right now, man. This is an opportunity. Either that or we're going to go, and if we wait and give it that time, we might miss this opportunity and end up having to spend 2-3 times as much time and money into getting things going how we want it to go. So,
Yeah.
Sometimes it's just sometimes you need a kick in the butt. You need somebody to tell you, like, just do it. Or you need to already be mentally like, you know what, I'm just going to do it. I don't care how it turns out.
Yeah.
Right?
And nobody else really cares either.
Boom.
You're your biggest critic. So
Yep.
if you support yourself and if you have a positive outlook and mindset on it, you're probably going to do well.
Absolutely. And if you have the right people around you, right?
Totally.
That's kind of like one of those things too, is like, once you start doing it, if hopefully you got people around you that are very supportive, that support the business, like that's showing you love, whether that's just, donating or just even buying your business and respecting that. But like, then you start seeing the people who don't, or in general, like, maybe it's, everybody has their own situation going on, but at the same time, like, you kind of learn, like, those people kind of weed themselves out, and you have more people come in who love and support your business.
As you get older, absolutely.
Right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
your circle gets smaller, and you start to like weave out. Like you're like, yeah, I don't think I need to be around that person just because of
Oh,
like.
yeah.
Right.
And it's not to say like, and that's the thing. I think it's not to say like I don't like ever want to talk to you again, but it's like I don't need you in my circle because I need different minds in my circle. People that are going to be on the same
hard to
thing.
digest too
Yep.
as you get older. It's so
because
hard.
you're just like, how do I? And those are the tough decisions as you get older and you
Yes.
mature. You're like, okay, and it could be a person that you've known for years.
Right.
Right.
And then as you get older, you start to realize, this person, I love them. They're great, but every time I'm around them, or every time we're doing this, it's just like
They're not serving me anymore.
negative energy or whatever it might be, and you're just like, oh,
I'm
man.
so glad we're talking about this.
You're just
I
like,
love this topic.
right? You're just like, how do I like? You're not gonna cut them off completely,
Oh,
right?
no.
But you have to differentiate. Like if it's like, oh, hey, you want to hang out and do all this? It's like, okay, are we going to lunch or are we going to go have drinks? Because I know if we're going to go have drinks or something, that's not going to like do anything for me, but we
Right.
can go have lunch and just talk about
Let's
whatever
go
it
get a
might be.
coffee.
Right. But
Coffee dates,
Yeah.
A+.
you have to
A+.
you have to start separating
Gym
that.
dates.
Gym dates.
Go to the gym. Let's just go work out. Let's go talk.
But yeah,
Shoot the shit. You
it's
know?
it's definitely one of those hard things that you have to do as you get older. Is like, how does this benefit me? Because at the end of the day, it's about you
yeah.
and your life.
That
Right.
could be a whole podcast episode.
Right.
That could
Absolutely.
be a series of podcast episodes.
Well, that kind of goes into like the business aspect of things too as well. So I guess I'll kind of jump ahead into
Yeah.
business. But and the reason I say that is because like when you own a business, we all three own separate businesses, right? And I mean, I'm sure we have friends that support, some friends that probably kind of do their own thing, but when it comes to making decisions in our everyday life, you know, there's some things that we'll go out of the way for friends, but it's got to be a little bit more convenient, and especially if we have a business, like, say you have an order of food, or John, you have a photo shoot to do in the morning at 6 a.m., right? You got a friend that has something going on, or maybe just wants to go out at 11 o'clock p.m. You're like, I'm not going out. I'm not doing that. I don't have time for that. I gotta wake up at 6 a.m. or 5 a.m. and be there.
Right.
Right? Same thing with the gym, right? Like, I honestly, throughout the week, I cannot go to sleep late because I have to wake up and be here and to be accountable. So
Yeah.
it's just when you are a business owner, you have to think differently than these people with 9-to-5s, which is nothing wrong with that, but we just think differently. Our circle of people that we hang around with, it just becomes, it kind of gets more fine-tuned. Other business owners, or in general, like people that,
You need like-minded people in your circle.
boom,
Right.
more
And
so
it's,
like-minded.
I
and it's
vibe hard
also
with that.
it's like your means of living too, though. It's not like people. And again, like you said, nothing wrong with people that have their 9-to-5s. That's great. But you go 9 to 5, you go to happy hour, you can get drunk. You show up tomorrow morning, you still have your job, regardless of however you're
You can call in.
like, or
Right,
you
you're
can
on
call
salary.
And yeah,
We cannot
like,
call in because we
No.
lose a check.
Right. So
Right?
so it's different. Like, and I think that's the thing when you like, it's just mindset and like who
Yep.
you're around, and you'll start to like figure it out. Especially as you get older, you're like,
Yeah.
cool,
Absolutely.
you're great. I love hanging out with you sometimes, but it's like I got my stuff that I got to do.
Right.
So my kitchen is open on Sunday. We rent from another business, but we operate on Sundays. So every Sunday, I am at my kitchen. And the people who know me, they know everybody knows I'm at my kitchen on Sunday, but it is hard going off of this topic, you know, hey, if you could just take off on Sunday, we got this going on. And I'm like, that's so funny. I can't take off Sunday.
Yeah.
That's a quarter of my income of the month.
Yeah. Right.
It's a quarter.
Yep.
So, I mean, I've had like a best friend's wedding on Saturday night. I'm like, I gotta go. I gotta go home. I gotta go to bed. I need to be at the kitchen at 7 a.m. the next day.
Right.
It's the sacrifices you make for doing what you love and hustling for your business, but you also like that support system around you. Like the bride was like, I see you.
I get it.
You got to go? All
Yeah.
right, I'll see you. I'll see you. Have a great meal prep tomorrow. Yes, that's what we need.
Right. You need
Yeah.
people like that understand.
Yes.
Yeah,
I know.
it's more of like that. People that can understand it, because you'll get people like, oh, come on, like it's just like you're like, okay.
Take one more shot. I'm like, bro, I'm not waking up at 5 a.m. if I take one more shot.
Absolutely not. Oh, I missed one early morning class
I missed a
at
few.
the juice box.
I
I was out.
I missed a few.
They don't know, but I was out drinking the night before. Oh, I missed my 5 and 6 a.m. I cried. Oh my God, it's the worst.
That's the word. You get a heart
No,
attack when you wake up.
Literal
Yo,
heart attack.
it's like you're just like, oh my God.
Put me in the hospital.
I was out one, like, they came and knocked on my door.
No way.
Yeah, the girl that I was dating at the time came and knocked on my door because they called her.
Oh.
They were
They
like,
did? Worked it?
yeah, because they knew her and they had her number because like she would go there. Like
Right.
this was
Oh,
like one of the
no.
beginning. They called her
Oh
and
no.
was like, she came over, and she was like, knocking on the, and I'm like, what? And I'm like,
Boom. All right. So, oh shit.
Losing the laptop.
Yeah, it's all gonna be broken by the time John gets back. All right. So we took a little intermission because John had some business to attend to, but we're still going. We may make this a part two. We usually like our episodes to be about 45 minutes ish. I don't know exactly where we're at on time right now. Let me see.
Like 30.
36.
Yeah.
So we could push it for a little bit. I think this may still go into episode 1. So let's just, John, when you hear this, scratch that part, okay? All right. So anyways, so we took a little quick intermission. John had business to attend to, but I still got a couple of questions for you, Cail. Cool?
Boom. Let's go.
All right, so let's talk. So we were kind of diving into like the business element of things. Like I asked for the 2 key elements as far as running a successful business, but what's your advice for anybody starting like their own business? And maybe they're afraid to, or maybe somebody who's just thinking about starting their own business.
I am so pro hustle in life. All good things come to people who hustle. And my kind of explanation / definition of hustle when it comes to starting another business is always have more than one thing going at a time. And that is how I started my business and brand. It was always kind of my passion project on the side while I still had income coming in. And I think whenever people want to go cold turkey, quitting my job, I'm starting, love that energy. But what's going to take a little bit of stress off of you is if you have a little bit of income coming in.
Security.
Have a little bit of security so that, you can relax in that area. So I have, a friend trying to do that right now, and they want to go cold turkey. I'm like, okay, go cold turkey. My personal experience, and I've had great success from this, is working in, mine was fitness. Work in fitness, build your savings, hustle. And I'm like, get as much capital in your bank account as possible. That way, whenever you're ready to pull the trigger on something big for your passion project, you'll have that cushion. Right. It's just, people don't like to talk about money, but money is everything,
Absolutely.
Money is what makes the world go round. So whenever you have a little bit of cushion and security while pursuing your business, it's better,
Absolutely.
I guess.
I can agree with that too. I kind of was put in the same position too, but you got to be able to support yourself at the same time. If you're jumping out into something and you think it's going to make sense, but who knows, it may not. You just need to have something to fully support you, or in general, it's something to fall back on.
Totally.
So I totally get that. Whenever I first, I'd been training for a long time, but I remember at one point where I was fully into Orange Theory, Juice Box, right?
Juice Box.
John, edit that, please. No, but I was fully into Juice Box. I was probably, let's put it like this, maybe 80-20, right? I was probably giving Juice Box 80% of my time, energy. I had about 20% into like clientele or just my one-on-ones and like my coaching that I do with my people. And it just kind of took time. It grew from 80-20 to maybe 85, to 75-25.
That's exactly how it worked for me.
And it slowly grew, and it got to the point. For me, I got to the point of where it was like, I feel a little more comfortable.
Now it's time to take the jump.
Boom. But I still didn't even take that jump. I kind of got forced into that, right? So not all the time, but it's also good for me because in my stand, like in general, having that to fall on. You never know, too, with certain jobs. You don't know if they'll fall through. You may get laid off. You may have, having an extra source of income in general, or something to fall back on and be like, look, I'm going to just give this everything I got now. Yeah. This is really my passion anyway. So the fact that I even got the ball rolling, right, I think that's what helped propel me into being into that industry.
Totally.
Or the industry that I wanted to, or at least more so. I was in the industry, but it helped propel me towards getting to where I wanted to go.
100%.
Right?
And there's so many hours in a day.
Yep.
There are people I won't say people. You just have to be willing to hustle. And I used to get up at 3:45, 5 days a week. You get up, you go, I would go coach my classes. And if I had one day to sleep in, I'm still up at 8 o'clock because my next class started at 9:30. So I'm coaching X amount of classes. I have a 2-hour break. I don't have time to nap. I'm working on my passion project. I go back, I coach in the afternoon. It's evening time. I'm getting on my social media and I'm posting to my page. People have told me for so long, you need to slow down. You're going to get burned out. You do so much. And you know something cool? I'm going to share this. For years, literally 8 years, all I heard from people was, you look so tired. You do too much. slow down. You know what I hear now? They're like, you look great. You look so rested. How are you? Your business is thriving. I'm like, oh my God, we finally have made it.
No, when you walked in, I felt like you felt good. Like you look like you just happy.
Yes.
Like you're
so
relaxed.
happy.
I know you told me about you've been into Zen, and I think that's kind of like, I think part of that, or in general, like your whole flow of life right now has been like kind of coinciding with that. I'm sure like a little bit more relaxed. So I want to do relaxing stuff.
I have manifested it to the core.
To the T.
And this is for, listeners, if you have something you want to do in your life, I believe wholeheartedly in the power of manifestation, down to this specific example. Two things last year. I had said in January, it was probably end of 2021. I said, my goal is by next June, this was June 22, I would like to be completely out of fitness. What happened? I was out by June, completely, fully supporting myself and my business. Early 2022, I was still getting up, coaching 4 a.m., 5 a.m., but up at 4. I wrote on a dry erase board my dream schedule, down to the hour of the day. Dream schedule, and I glued it to the wall right next to where I brush my teeth every day, and I looked at it, not like looked at it and read it every day, but it was there every single day. And 6 months later, it was so crazy. I woke up one day and I was like, oh my God, wow. I am living my dream schedule right now. This is wild. We manifested this. Yeah. So everybody, manifestation works.
Absolutely. The power of speaking things into existence.
Hell yeah.
And following through. That's what's up. Well, my business partner, Small Story, he told me the moment that before we even had this location, the moment we even spoke on it and we created a name, was before we had the location. He said, I told him the way we got things going is we'd already been talks about collabing and running a business together. And then he was like, well, what would you think would be the name that you would want to call your gym? And I'd already had it on my brain. I was like, I would call it Four Corner Fitness, 4C for short. He heard that, and for me, I was really just spitting, right?
It's such a good name.
Boom, it's smooth, and it's like,
it is smooth.
It's
4C.
A brand, right?
Yeah.
It's not like, Matt's Fitness, right? Matt's Fitness, I don't know how far I could go with that.
No, 4C
Matt's
is a
gym.
brand.
Right, exactly.
So
good. And it's personable too, right? Like we can break it down for everybody. But when I said that to him, he was like, I like that. I didn't expect him to say it that way. Mm-hmm. And then he told me that after that, he went to his bathroom when he got home, wrote it on his bathroom mirror. Somewhere, brush his teeth.
I'm telling you.
6 months later.
Look at y'all.
Boom, we end up getting this gym.
Listeners, use your bathroom mirror.
It's magic.
Use it. Oh my gosh.
It is magic.
Oh, I love that so much. I'm glad you just told us that story. Very cool.
Yeah, your story too as well. I think that, man, it's just crazy that how things happen. Mm-hmm. And, the power of, like you said, manifestation. So
everything is in your life for a reason and a season.
Absolutely.
And every single thing that happens to you is leading you towards where you're meant to be. It's so cheesy, but It's so true.
Well, again, like as far as kind of like my split from a lot of places, but one of the biggest things that kind of took a toll on me was leaving the juice box. But it kind of forced me to
put some pressure on you.
Boom, make something happen.
Yeah.
Right?
Pressure's good.
I left. It was another gym too that I had left too, and that put even more pressure on me because it was like I was at a gym similar to how mine is built, but the owner didn't really want to do much with it. He kind of was good how he ran it, like didn't want to increase social media presence, didn't want to he was okay with more people coming in and doing memberships and stuff like that. Money was money, but he wasn't trying to take that extra step.
Yeah.
And then me and him kind of butt heads because I'm a business owner myself, and we didn't.
You got to get on social media, people.
It didn't work out.
Yeah.
And it kind of that put more fire under my seat, right? Like it kind of made me think like, dang, now I really have to find somewhere of my own because now I can't even go into a regular gym.
Yeah.
And like just do business with, because you never know who you're doing business with. Mm-hmm. So kind of forced me into it. And
Totally.
you know, sometimes in general, being forced into those situations, you know, the opportunities present themselves, and you just gotta really. I think one of the biggest things that I pride myself on is being cool under fire.
Nice. That's a good quality to have.
I stress, but nobody would ever know that I stress.
Oh my gosh, my assistant is like that at work or at Pump and Crunch. She is literally amazing. And anytime something happens in the kitchen where I'm like, oh my God, everybody, blah, she's like, everything's fine. We're great. I mean, it's such a good quality to have. I wish.
Yeah, like Lacey's over here doing all this, you know, talking wedding planning, and she's been stressed. And I'm like, why are we stressed? We didn't even plan our wedding. Now our wedding date's planned, right? But beforehand, I'm like, we didn't even plan it. How am I going to stress? It's other stuff I'm stressed about.
Y'all need that balance with each other. There you go.
Absolutely.
There you go.
So, but anyways, so I'm like, yeah, I pride myself on that. But I say, so okay, you more so, you like, nah,
oh God,
when shit hits the fan, you like, oh shit.
I've gotten a lot better with it, but I am that spastic squirrel. I'm like,
zipping around the place.
Yes, for sure.
Well, that's
oh my
funny.
Gosh.
Let's see. Okay, so let's go into fitness. Cool with that?
Let's do it.
Current workout routine. What are you doing? You don't even have to be a routine. You have to be doing a 7-day, 5-day, 3-day split. Just what do you do to work out?
I do yoga every single day, which is so great. I've always kind of done it here and there. But recently, I think when it comes to yoga, actually, I don't think I know when it comes to yoga. So many people have this hesitation of going into it with a million expectations and, I can't shut my brain off and I can't hold the poses. I don't know the poses. And once you like drop all of that and realize that yoga is so not about performing and holding your leg above your head, like you can do whatever you want.
Absolutely.
It's when your mind finally is like at peace. It's literally meditation to me. I don't think, not a thought comes into my head when I'm in there. It's so nice.
So you like the meditation and the relaxation part of yoga?
Yeah. And then also because I'm on my phone literally all day for work, that's my break. I go during lunchtime. I go every day during lunch. Today I have to go this evening. I'm going at like 5:30, but still, it is like something that is non-negotiable. I go every single day. Really? Wow. Yes. And then I also, for my cardio and strength, I go to One Sweat.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, she go to Sweat. Mm-hmm. Hey,
I love it.
She didn't take a class or two of mine.
Awesome. It's good. Yeah. Okay. But I'm gonna take a class over here.
Yeah,
I need to get my butt kicked.
At me. I told you anytime. I gotta
shake off a little bit of that zen and lift some weights.
No, for sure. Yeah, I mean, hey, look. I'm a big proponent of like telling people like I don't like to tell people what you're doing is wrong, right? I think as a trainer that would be a disservice to somebody because then that could stop them from doing what they're currently doing. Now, unless you're just like, say somebody's over here on trying to do back squats with 400 pounds and the position is terrible or something. I would tell you wrong. Exactly.
Yeah.
If there's a appropriate place.
Yeah.
To where I can step in and give you like, hey, look, no.
As a professional, we're not doing that.
But if you like going somewhere, go where you like to go, and that's gonna keep you going.
Exactly. Right? It's huge in fitness. Do what you love. If you don't like it, if it's a chore, you're not gonna stay consistent with it.
Boom.
Same thing with healthy food. If you don't like eating a chicken breast and rice every day, you don't have to eat it.
That's a good point.
Go to Pump and Crunch on Instagram, and we've got so many fabulous recipes with chicken and rice. That's not just chicken and rice.
I like what you just did. You realize that was like a commercial.
Little plug?
Yeah, that was a commercial right there, plug? Girl. You just, you promoted yourself right there, girl.
Market.
Look, exactly. If you're not happy with what you're eating, just go to Pump and Crunch. Nah.
Let's go. We got it all.
Well, cool. I love that. We need to figure out a time. Well, I'll figure out your schedule and see when you go do yoga, and I'll find a day where I can join you.
Yes.
Me and Lacey.
Y'all definitely should come.
Lacey and I, we will both do so. Lacey, she's drugged me to yoga a couple times, and I'm not that bad at yoga. Am I that bad?
She's giggling.
I don't think I'm that bad at yoga.
There's no good or bad. There's just showing up.
When
I'm
I say
that person
bad,
now.
okay.
I'm that person. Who am I?
I get that. No. That's probably how I need to be more so, right? But my thing with yoga is same thing with Pilates. They are two different things, but I'm saying
it's different than what you do.
It's different than what I do.
It's
I'm
way
really good
outside
at.
of your comfort
I can
zone.
lift weights all day.
Yeah.
Cardio. I can do
warrior,
cardio to an
too.
extent, right?
You can do cardio.
I won't go and run a marathon, but I like sprinting, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Really great. I can do that. You put me in a yoga pose, and granted, I had my little yoga stint. I was working at Spenga. I had learned how to teach 20-minute yoga, basically, right?
Oh, so
sun salutation, all that stuff. No.
Mm-hmm.
I know how to flow.
I didn't know you were at Spenga, or did I know that?
I was there. I mean, I don't know if you knew that or not, but yeah, I was there.
I think I knew that.
When they started their location off of San Felipe.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
So I learned that, and I learned cycling too as well. But I digress. I don't think I was that bad at yoga, but this is the thing. In a way, I don't like to go to. I'm not even gonna say I don't like. I'm more so. I feel silly whenever I'm on a mat doing a yoga pose. I look to my left and I see a little bitty you, a little bitty Lacey, a little bitty her killing this pose that I'm over here. My arms are just shaking. I feel like I'm about to die.
Oh yeah.
That's me getting in my head, right? And at that, I know it's about consistency, but that was one of the biggest things with yoga. But I do remember whenever I started teaching, I had to, of course, it forced me to do it more often. So I had to take more classes, take like straight yoga classes too, learn more poses. Mm-hmm. I got real flexible. Like I got, way more flexible than I currently am because I haven't been doing it as much. So big ups to yoga. I mean, I love to do yoga, and especially like good instructors who can. I was talking with Charlotte about this the other day. Like when you can verbalize.
She taught yoga too, right?
She currently teaches it.
Oh, she's amazing.
And if you spoke with Charlotte, like her speaking. Like I commend her on her speaking because being able to verbalize like cues to where people can hear it. Okay, place your fingertips on the mat. I don't know. Point your fingers toward the wall behind you.
Exactly.
Lift your chest up toward the
Context
ceiling.
clues all over the room.
Boom.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
Instead of squeeze your shoulder blades together, push your chest towards the wall. It's
Boom.
different like that. Yeah.
I think. You remember Ida?
Oh, I was talking to Ida today.
Were you?
I have an unread text from Ida right now.
Man, I need to text Ida, man. Shout out to
We're
Ida.
going on a walk on Monday.
I might reach out to Ida for the pod. But
oh my God, what a great episode that would be.
Me and Ida can talk all day.
I know. She's awesome. That's my girl.
But I remember Ida took one of my Spenga classes, and her feedback was like, just relax. And it was like, there's like certain cues, like just think about it, think less about it. I think my thing was me coming with the strength training background. I would want to give strength cues when
it's just different.
It's a little different, right?
Yeah.
So
still the same body parts, but it's just different.
Right. But which is good. Like that could make me good if I were to continue teaching yoga. It would be make me that much stronger. But at the same time, it's like got to dial it back a little bit, and not even dial it back. Just get a little bit more into the yoga feel of things and say it more to where the yogis can understand it rather than the people like me who actually who lift weights more often and are coming for the yoga, so
yeah, love that.
But I love the whole yoga vibe. I'll catch up with you on another note on that one because I think we definitely have to do that. Black Swan, I love Black Swan.
Oh, it's amazing. I love it. And it's a donation based studio.
Yep.
So love that. I have a membership because I go every day. But I mean, you can donate anywhere between like $1 and however many dollars you want to for a class. Right. That's so cool.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
It's really amazing.
Yeah. But oh gosh, me doing yoga, that's so different than my fitness regimen. Shoot. A year ago, even 6 months ago.
Absolutely.
I mean, doing juice box classes 5 times a week, spinning 5 times a week, just go. Right. And just relating to the topic of fitness, it's so crazy how when you change your fitness regimen, I'm still working out every day, but I'm not getting as many steps as I used to get. Mm-hmm. And I have changed, my body has changed, and that's so good for people to understand being in fitness for years. I own a health food brand. I eat very, very healthy, but when you change up your routine, which is going to happen to everyone at one point in their life, probably more, it's it's good to be okay with your body and yourself and understand where you are in your path, if that makes sense.
Absolutely.
So it's kind of in fitness, but straying a little bit from it, but totally.
No, well, I think that kind of goes into mentally too. It's like when you can get out of your head and be like, oh, I gotta go run 2 miles because I don't know, the lower part of my abdomen is just a little fluffy. Like, just relax. You could just be bloated.
Which is probably the case.
Exactly.
Did you eat Pluckers last night?
It's like, no wonder. You're not going to run that off. You got to let that pass 100%. And just eat how you're supposed to eat.
100%. God, it's hard in Houston, though. Food scene over here.
Yeah, true that.
Oh, my gosh.
Absolutely. So.
Best food scene ever.
Absolutely. Oh, so are you a foodie?
Oh, am I?
Are you?
Oh, my God. My favorite restaurant is Cultivar off White Oak.
We've been to Cultivar.
Have you been to Cultivar?
Yeah.
Absolutely incredible. Best gin tonic ever. It's so good. Their food's amazing. It's all bread, but it's so good.
I can't remember what was Cultivar. What did we eat at Cultivar? We ate pizza?
Yeah.
Was that it had the outdoor garden? Oh,
so they grow all their own produce. Not all of it, I'm sure, but a lot. Their herbs and stuff. Yeah. So they do, in the gin tonics, they do basil. And they walk outside, they pick the basil off the trees, and they stick it in your cup.
I remember that.
We love this. We love this.
It's like, what? I don't even want regular basil anymore.
I want you to go pick it off the tree in the back and put it in my cup.
Every time.
Love it here.
It ain't the same if you get it out the fridge.
No. Oh, my God. Yeah. That restaurant is so good. Love it.
Yeah, okay. Well, yeah, me and Lacey, we call ourselves foodies, too, as well. We like to go and eat different places. I think we plan like monthly at least to eat
a new spot
out once a month.
Yeah.
Or in general, we supposed to be doing like a date. So that's relationship advice. We don't got to go there. We can, but we won't have to go there. Relationship 100%. Advice, right? Mm-hmm. I think that kind of like it just
so
first
important.
of all, it gets you out of the house, right? But then also it helps open your palate and open up your mind. And even if it's somewhere that you think you would never go, just go try. You never know.
Oh, yeah. There's so many options for that in this city.
Yeah, especially in Houston.
Yeah.
Houston, Texas. Don't mind the rain.
Oh, I love that sound.
You can. Oh, do you like that?
Oh, I love it.
It makes me fall asleep in here.
My gosh. It's like a noisemaker. I love rainy days. What a vibe.
Yeah, when I'm here, but if it like starts pouring, then it gets really loud.
Oh, yeah.
So we might have to wrap up soon. All right, so a couple more. All right, so you kind of said how fitness plays a role. Favorite style of training, I think I'm gonna just go ahead and guess yoga.
In the moment, yes. It could change next month.
Okay. Yeah. All right, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Ride the wave.
Yeah, ride that wave. It depends on what your current goals are and where you currently are in life, right?
100%.
So I get how that all plays into your like place in life right now.
100%.
Let's see. Yeah. You got any questions for me?
I just have loved talking. And, like, we're catching up as buddies right now.
No,
and John, too. I'm so thankful y'all asked me to come hang out.
Yeah.
And
this ain't the last time. We'll definitely ask you.
Yeah, I would love to come back. I know I've said this is my third time saying this, but I'm so proud of you for opening your own business.
I appreciate that.
So we currently rent our kitchen from somebody else, but we want to I want to open up my own business. So like starting that process and looking for real estate, and it's so much.
It's stressful.
And it's stressful.
Absolutely.
So like I know how hard you guys work to get this and open this.
Absolutely.
And it is such a huge deal, and I hope people tell you all the time that they're proud of you.
I appreciate it.
Because this is big.
Yeah.
This is big. Like, this building is yours. You made a brand.
Yep.
Like, you have clients that come here.
Yep.
Every day.
All that.
Oh,
and
my
it's
God.
Steady growing, and
huge.
we're like probably maybe 50% of the way direction that we're trying to go, not clientele wise, but like our look and where we want our brand to be. But like even being 50% is better than being, zero, right? Having no progress done.
Yeah.
So.
And building the brand, that's the fun part. The hard part is getting the space, right? And like getting all the permits and oh my gosh.
And running the business. So we're luckily enough for us though, we kind of like we worked out a deal where somebody was going out of business. Yeah. Right. And then we just end up just inserting ourselves into the situation. Right.
That's what I was about to do. I had a spot. We had a spot that was about to work out. I was going to be in a month.
Really?
And
oh wow.
It just
didn't fall through. It's okay.
It fell through. I'm still bitter, but you know what?
I'm a firm believer in
something better will come along.
Exactly.
Something better will come along.
It just wasn't meant for you. That means you got even better. Like you're gonna be so thankful for everything that you go through.
That didn't work out.
Exactly.
When we have the next one.
Because you could have had other problems there too as well.
Always have faith in the process.
100%.
Definitely.
I love that. So I know some people too as well. If you ever need some help, well, first of all, Lacey's in real estate too as well. So if you ever need some help with that commercial part, I guess your boyfriend's in that too, right? So, well, any advice, anything like that, feel free to reach out. I'm gonna definitely reach out for as far as food advice. Don't be surprised if you get a text. Hey, Cail, what should I throw on my chili?
Do it.
I
will light up. With
what do you got?
My boyfriend's mom dropped off a couple pounds of elk meat to us this morning. She's like, what are you going to make? I'm like, I don't know. Woohoo. Like, something cool.
Something.
I texted my brother. So we're from Louisiana, obviously. And like we grew up on the hunting lease. And so we have always eaten wild game. Like that's just what we eat. So I texted my brother this morning. I'm like, hey, can you go kill me a deer this weekend? He's like, yeah, sure. Wow. So gonna go get me a deer, gonna get it processed, get all the meat, bring it in.
Wow.
Start cooking with that. Very off topic, but I'm excited about it.
That's on topic right there. That's cooking right there. Like using what you got. And then you got like kind of like a southern, like your whole
comfort food.
Boom.
Comfort food. We don't have time for boring stuff.
Right.
Throw it all in a bowl, mix it up, add some sauce.
Exactly.
Pow.
Boom.
Delish.
Absolutely.
Delish.
Well, let's see. Do I have any other questions? Let me see. Again, can you just restate like where we can find you on social media, and like if anybody's trying to find like any of your products again?
Totally. So again, my name is Cail Duval, short for Cailin, but Cail kind of goes with the brand. Worked out that way. My Instagram handle is Pump and Crunch, PUMPANDCRUNCH. You can find us on Instagram, Facebook, a very small feed on TikTok, but it does exist. Our website has everything you need. It's beautiful and amazing. I'm so proud of it. So pumpandcrunch.com, you have about 1 million recipes, all categorized, breakfast, lunch, dinner, snack, everything. Great. We do catering all over Houston. I have oh my gosh, I get booked out for a new catering event every single day. Every single day.
I can see that.
I'm doing birthday parties, I'm doing a teacher taco bar for teachers at a school in the Woodlands coming up. I mean, anything you could imagine, people are asking that we do. We have a protein bar line called Squirrel Bars.
You have any squirrel bars?
I brought you one.
Oh man, yes. I was about to say, hey, like I've always want to try one of those squirrel bars. Bet.
Well, they're so good.
See how excited I got?
They're a healthy energy bar, and I created the recipe years ago because I just don't like any protein bars on the shelves. Obviously, more brands have evolved since I created it, but people die over these things. Yeah. I've tried to stop making them, but people won't let me.
They're like, do not stop.
Don't stop. We call them crack bars because people will literally be like, hey, I need to re-up. I'm like, I got you.
And people are addicted.
Oh, yeah, they're so good. So definitely try some of those. They're on the website. They're $3. Go order.
I'm going to manifest it. You're going to be in Whole Foods soon. She's going to be in Trader Joe's. Somebody's going to put her on the shelves with them squirrel bars.
Let's go.
Because I see it. They be popping. People eating them up. Look, you just got to keep the ball rolling. Don't stop. Don't put them away.
Never.
Don't do that.
Never. Well, not anymore. We're too far in. We're going all out with these things. But yeah, the website is where you can find everything. I'm gonna do a discount code on my website for everybody listening to this.
Okay.
We'll do if anybody wants to go order local meal prep, book a catering thing, squirrel bars. I have ebooks, cookbooks, recipes. We have merch on the website.
Dope.
Everything. I'm going to do a code for 20% off for everybody who listens to the pod.
All right, bet that.
And
we'll post it on our social media, whatever.
You could post it. What should the code be?
Just 4C or something.
It'll be 4C20.
4C20. Boom.
4C20.
Look it up. 4C20.
4C20. So go to pumpandcrunch.com, and when you check out, put the code in 4C20, and you get 20% off. But yeah, that's us. Check us out.
Yes, for sure. Well, I thank you again for coming and listening. I'm going to have John, he'll close out on his own. He's usually pretty good with that. But as far as next week, if you're listening, we plan on having more. We hope to have Cail again, not next week, but we'll give it some time. We'll post this episode, and then hopefully a couple of times we'll have, anytime we think nutrition or food or in general, like have something, because we will have some topics. We'll definitely either give you a call or we'll text you, be like, hey, you got some time today, jump by. Love it. Maybe more special guests too. I would love to have you and Shaw or you and Bina or somebody else, be here as well. So
that would be fun.
With the more the merrier, and we'll just be in here just soaking it up.
Who knows what we'd get into talking about with all of us in here?
Everything. There is nothing gets unsaid.
Amen. Those are the best conversations. They really are.
100%.
We talked about a lot today.
Exactly.
We got into all kind of stuff.
No, and that's how it should be. That's usually, we don't, even though we're fatherhood and fitness, we don't want to just stick to one lane. That's our bread and butter, and that's kind of what me and John, more so relate to. But we want to talk about every aspect within fitness, or we talk with people about parenting, or of course us being business owners, we don't so we will cover,
it's all under the umbrella,
everything suitable.
Nice.
And our listeners, they they rock with us regardless. So
awesome.
Any closing statements you want to leave us with, any advice or anything, just it could be a saying, whatever. Any closing?
It's easy to eat healthy, people. It's so easy. Go to Pump and Crunch. I'm going to show you how to do it all.
Boom. Another commercial.
It's so easy.
This girl she going to blow up with these commercials.
It's so easy. Yeah, catch me on TV one day. Are there still commercials
Paula Dean
anymore?
over here. We got future Paula Dean.
Oh, my gosh. Catch me on the Food Network.
Hey.
One day.
No, really, though. I need to introduce you to one of my clients. She was on Food Network.
Shut up.
Dead serious. Yep. So we'll talk about that.
Get me over there.
Nothing closing for me. Y'all stay tuned for more episodes. Thank you guys, everybody who watched this episode, who's been listening, who's been supporting us since 2021. We've been doing this podcast for over a year.
That's so awesome.
Yeah, so we plan on pushing more content, and just getting more content for people to listen to and tune in, and getting feedback from people. So thank y'all. It's all love. I'm signing out. John, you can sign out next. Deuce.